Hey guys, happy Friday. Alright, so it's going to be a great weekend. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be nice. It's going to be quiet. There we go. So, alright. I was hesitant to do that video yesterday. I was actually really hesitant. I'm never hesitant to do a freaking video or anything in front of a camera, so I don't know what that was about. But alright, today the magician. So the magician is literally the apprenticeship of, well, the fool, taking that leap of faith, and then, whatever happens to the fool after he took that leap of faith, we have, we come to the first card in the major arcana, which is, a universal archetype of the collective unconscious, and that is the magician card. So, we have a lot of symbolism going on in this card right here. We have all the roses, we have the foliage, we have everything that is just, manifesting, and we have beauty, and, we also have the trickster side. So we have, we have a good side, we have a kind of a, low vibe side, and I really do like Rachel True's, low vibe instead of the reversed. I don't read cards reversed. I think that's ridiculous. I don't know. If it's negative, you're going to pick up on it through the card anyway, so, and then we have the minor cards for, the minor details and, whatnot, so. Alright, so first, the, definition, and you guys have asked what tarot books I use. This is a really old book, so it's a complete guide to tarot by Eden Gray. Really old. This is when I got it. I was probably 7. Yeah, I was probably 7. So yeah, it's a really, it gives you your basic, archetype explanations of these cards. So the magician stands before a table on which are laid a wand, a cup, a sword, and a pentacle, representing the minor arcanas and meaning air, fire, water, and earth. So we have every minor arcana card within the magician card. So that's pretty interesting. Alright, now, let's see. He is about to draw power from above to materialize his desires. So over his head is the cosmic lemniscape, shaped like a figure 8 on it. Also, on its side, a symbol of eternal life and dominion, indicating the harmonious interaction of the conscious and subconscious. So we have that balance that we're achieving for. Idea and feeling, desire and emotion. About the magician's waist, we see a well-known symbol of eternity, a serpent devouring its tail. About his head is a rose vine with red roses representing desire. In front of him are more red roses intertwined with the white lilies of abstract thought. His inner garment is white and of purity, his outer robe the red of desire, activity, and passion. So the hand holding the magic wand is the ego consciousness reaching up for power, while the other hand points down to earth, as if the magician's will earth's forces to be subservient to him. Or it might be said that with one hand he reaches up to take the hand of the infinite for accomplishment in the higher realms, while he reaches down with the other to encourage the evolution of the lower kingdoms, thus uniting spirit and matter in eternity. So the magician represents man's will in union with the divine, achieving the knowledge and power to bring desired things into manifestation through conscious self-awareness. Alright, so that's pretty, basically, everybody knows what this card means. So we have him. Oh my god, my emails are blowing up. So we literally have, the magician, the person. So the fool has, stepped off that precipice. He has taken his leap of faith, and he has landed the magician card. So we have up here, we have all kinds of sunshine. So we've seen snow caps with the fool. So we don't see any snow caps whatsoever right here. So everything has been pretty much, integrated into the fool, and then moving into the magician card. So I really do like that, we have the eternity symbol up here. So that's for eternity. A lot of people think, when the board spells this out, the planchette, it means evil. No, it means eternity. So that's what that means, guys. Now we have his working table. So, there's so much symbolism in here. The hand movements, so that's the balance between the subconscious, the conscious mind, and then our will, which is the magic. Will is our magic. Or, the magic is our will. So literally, he is pulling down, reaching up to the cosmos, to pull down knowledge, so that he can well, what's the right word? So he can employ that knowledge through the use of his tools. So we don't need the tools, but they are an extension of ourselves. So everything within this card is an extension of you. So what do you do when you become the magician? This is the starting point of the apprenticeship throughout the tarot, throughout the Fool's journey. So he is being apprenticed. He's learning from nature. So we can see that in traditional craft, we go outside and we attune to the Earth's natural energies. In the liminal landscapes, which are, the Loki or the Loki, what's it called? Janus Loki. So that's the spirits of the land. So we have that. We have a lot of that going on. So what are your surroundings like? What are you feeling? What do you perceive and with your surroundings? Are they good? Are they bad? Are they negative? How can you change that through the magician card, through all of the elements of the minor cards all in one card? So, but I do love how we have just all sunlight behind him. That or my card is just really, no, that's all sunlight. Yeah, we have all sunlight around him. And it does remind me of Baphomet, so the all, that would, kind of represent the eternity symbol. And then he also has it around his waist, so it's doubled. Oh no, that's the snake eating its tail. So that's, I can't remember what that is in Latin, but it's the Ovius something, I don't know. I don't want to ruin it. But yes, that is incredibly amazing, though. I've never really realized, the symbolism within there. But then we have, up here we have the desire. So, and then down here we have mixed. So it's mixed our desire with the purity, and then our will. So we have that all mixed around us. And what can you do with all of that in this card? I really honestly feel like that this card is a literal stepping stone for all of us, to start to learn. So if you go outside and you take in what you're learning from the landscape. So the magician card would tell me my subconscious is now leaking into my conscious. It would tell me that you can learn more from nature if you go outside in the woods, giving weather permitting, that you will learn more than you would from a book. You will learn a lot more if you go outside and you just listen and be still and silent. Silent as trees, Gemma Gary. So yeah, you're going to totally learn a lot more than you would in any book. You're going to learn from the old gods. You're going to learn from the nature spirits. You're going to learn from the fairy folk. You're going to learn from all these different entities outside. So I can kind of connect my experience. I have a wished hound, a hound of hell, that has been guarding me lately. That is what I pulled the other night because I had a really weird experience. Because this right here, all of this that's my closet. So no, I don't live in a tent. I wish, but no, that's my closet. Something was, kind of ruffling around back there, and it literally sounded like papers were moving, and I was kind of like, oh God, and you kind of get a little paranoid, and it's like, oh, whoa, and then I started, talking to my dear friend Kim, and it was really weird. It freaked me out. I've never been that freaked out in my life. I really, honestly, I was like, oh my God, Kim. And then I felt it literally behind me. And then I pulled a few cards, and I realized that, it was the Page of Pentacles that I pulled. So that came from the land. So that's basically what, what the Magician card, what I did. So, I mean, I don't know if it probably from Hecate. Probably from working with Hecate. But yeah, I do love this card. So this, I mean, literally, we have all the tools of creation to manifest our desires on here. We have the table that has, intricate details. So, I mean, basically, don't overlook, don't go into things blindly. Really study, use your knowledge, what you're going to channel. What do you feel like channeling? I don't want to check out your latest 13 movies, Dave Vescio. But, unless you're like somebody of importance, which I doubt you are. So yeah, I mean, I just really like this card. I really like how there's ivy in there, and it's growing up. So the ivy is really starting to actually like grow up the table. So it's almost like, okay, the natural forces are kind of, inherent within all of these tools. So we can see nature within each of the tools: the cup, the sword, the wand, the pentagram. Where is it? There it is. It's hard to move. My left brain is wanting to make it go this way, but it's not, so it's right here. There. So yeah, we have a lot with the Magician card. I mean, a lot. So what can you take from this card? We have the purity of the inside, we have the white robe, and then we have the desire. So that's will, purity, and desire all in one. And that's what we're manifesting. We're manifesting and we're co-creating our life. So we are the magician, just starting out. We're just starting out on our journey. This could, represent, anybody that's going through any kind of apprenticeship. So learning, knowledge, just general channeling. We could channel, energies from above, as above, so below. So basically what he's doing is, kind of drawing down that power, like I said earlier, drawing down that energy with his wand, and then he's directing it downward. So he's bringing down, what kind of energy that he thinks he needs to do in this particular working. So, how can we change our environments? What can we do to adapt? Do we need to adapt to our environments? Yes, we do. How can we change it? Yes, we can. Can we change free will? I believe we can, to an extent, but not completely. So yeah, but the Magician card is amazing, and I do think, no, there's no sunflowers. No sunflowers whatsoever. But it's just kind of, reaffirming and reassuring that, we have divine and divinity all around us at all times, no matter where you are. And to me, again, this represents, okay, you don't need a church to worship, your god or goddess or gods or goddesses or, whatever you worship. You just need yourself. So again, this is, kind of like your body is a temple. It is. It is a temple for the divine, so you're bringing that into yourself. You're integrating. This is, a very important card. You're integrating important parts and aspects of the collective unconscious archetypes into yourself. So that is what is, kind of making the apprenticeship go so smoothly with the magician from the fool. So we're maturing one step from the fool to the magician is, a very good, it's a big leap. One leap of faith it's big. So that is that. But the more I look at it, the more it's going to come to me. So no, I just think that, everything around us, we can use what we have. In traditional craft, it is, the craft of, quick happenings. So things happening quickly, if you're in a pinch, you do a quick spell with the help of nature spirits, knowing that they're there for you and knowing that, everything is already here. So that also gives you kind of, sparks the imagination. It sparks that, inherent, meaning it's already within you, that inherent ability to want to trust in your divine entity, whatever it is that you call your divine entity. So another reassurance that yes, your divine entity is always with you, always protecting you, always guiding you, and everything that you need is at your fingertips. So that is what really the archetype of the magician would represent to me. I could go on for hours and hours. So it is pretty interesting, though. What else can I pick up from that? So the cup is, that's very emotional right there. So, what are we doing with the cup there? So the emotions, we need to, pretty much balance those emotions out. So it's kind of, working on the emotions, working on all of the different aspects of ourself, of our subconscious, of our psyche, of our superego, trying to get everything, in line, within our brains, within our minds, within our bodies. So it's a balance between body, mind, and spirit. That is everything going on there. It could be a rejuvenation. As Zsa Zsa Gabor would say, rejuvenate before it's too late. Or rejuvenate, it's never too late. And that is kind of what this card could represent to somebody. So yeah, there's not much on the table with him, but there's enough. So there is enough. And what he's doing, he seems pretty confident in the power within himself and the power of his, his local landscape spirits, like the Loki, or, wish towns, anything that you can, find in liminal spaces around your house. So I have a row of pine trees on this side, and then there's a row of corn on all sides. So I literal, liminal spaces. So what can I learn from, these liminal spaces? What knowledge can I channel and bring into myself and try to, better myself and my environment? And how can I become more of the person that I want to be? How can I become, more pleasing to other people? And how can you maneuver between, or in situations like, difficult situations that arise, little quarrels and, things like that. So that's pretty much what he represents. He represents a lot. There is a lot going on in there. There's so much symbolism that is ridiculous, but there's not too much symbolism. It's a perfect amount of symbolism. So art, appreciation of the arts. So learning, your magical practices, just, a daily routine of, keeping in contact with your spirits that you work with, and, your divinity within, and then, really honoring yourself and being, good and true to yourself. That's kind of what I take from the Magician card. What else do I take from him? So the serpent would be the initiation. So when the serpent tempted Eve to eat the apple, that was the initiation. That was initiation of knowledge, so of self-awareness, the divine spark, so self-awareness, consciousness, and ego. So that's when, that all happened, and that's what's happening here too with the snake. I don't remember what it's called, but it keeps going around. So, but yeah, there's so much potential, so much more potential now that we have the tools that we need to actually create what we want. So it's really, really good. Left brain, right brain, middle, balanced. All of it is completely balanced. Well, not to, completely, because we're still in the apprenticeship, but it's coming. So this is just, a reinforcing card, reinforcement, reassurance that, again, like I said, the divine is everywhere. We don't need to go into church and buildings and worship. We can do it, whatever, way we want. But I do really like how the foliage just kind of hangs. So that's just still, it's, more power being drawn down. It's always there. The beginning and the end, the alpha and the omega. So, yeah, that sounds very Christian, and, that's before Christianity even came. So, but I do like this. I like the wooden table. I like everything's natural. It looks like everything is made. He made everything. So, that could represent your natural talents in, other fields aside from, magical practices and the occult. So, basically, yeah. So, any kind of, workmanship, craftsmen, plumbers, architects, these fall, artists, painters, writers, all of us, that, express our creativity through, even body modifications. Literally is the Magician card. So we have a lot to learn from him. So how are we going to this weekend, guys? How are we going to make it a good weekend full of peace and just, quietness and love and whatever you want it to be? How can we do that with the Magician card? What can we pull? Can you project yourself into this card while I hold it up, and can you kind of talk to him and see what's going on and ask him what kind of knowledge he has received? It's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. So, alright, that's the basis of the Magician, in my perspective. If anybody thinks I'm wrong, please correct me, but it's pretty interesting stuff, and I do really, really, really enjoy this, so it's very different, so. But yeah, I like it. We're taking the Fool's Journey, and we're going to go very slowly with it, so I like this very much, and I hope you guys do too. So, but alright guys, I will see you all tomorrow. I hope you guys have a good weekend. I love you all very much, all the way from, of course, Venus. Always, it's Venus's day, all the way back down, and there we go. We'll see you guys, yes, tomorrow. So everybody have a good day, stay safe, and manifest what you want. It's all at your fingertips. So, let me know what you guys think below, and I love you all.